I'm in Microsoft Excel and I'm going to show you how to use angled text to make your tables, your data just look much more interesting. So if we start out by going over to this cell all the way to the left, and I'll just type in sales people. Got to hit enter and then go back into the cell by clicking back into it. Then I can go to this little tiny icon here that shows orientation. Now I'm going to choose to angle counterclockwise. And we see it angled the text. So that looks pretty interesting, pretty cool. If I hit the drop down again, I can choose to angle it clockwise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this on my headers that you see here, simply by selecting all of the headers in my table. And then I'm going to go to orientation and choose angle counterclockwise. And look at that, it takes care of all my different headers. It still allows me to use the drop down and the filters for my table, so it didn't change any functionality. All it did was it made it look a lot more interesting and define it so it looks different from my actual data. And it's much more likely that people will look at this longer with this kind of view. I'm going to show you some more interesting stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a cell and I'm going to type in, this is an example. So obviously this is too much for one cell. So what you can do is you can go to that cell and go to the Format Cell Alignment and then click on Wrap Text, click OK, and it puts it all into one cell. Now we'll go back to orientation again and choose to angle it counterclockwise. So pretty cool. You can see that it goes angled and it merged it all into one using the Wrap Text option. So if I didn't do the Wrap Text option, this is what it would look like. Once again, I've got this as an example. I'm going to go back and make sure that we don't have wrap text. There we go. It's not in there. Now I'm going to go and choose to angle counterclockwise. And you can see how it looks with and without the wrap text option. Now, some text just doesn't make sense to go clockwise, but I'll just show you what that looks like as well. So hit the drop down, choose clockwise, and you can see that makes it a lot more difficult to view. So in some cases, it just makes more sense to go with the counterclockwise, as you see here. So that is how you angle text in Microsoft Excel.